Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the reigning Super Bowl champs coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones will try and run with it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a throw here to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
2 drives will tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at the 15. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now Saquon Barkley. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to under pressure. They got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Second down, here's Barkley again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing, Mayfield. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Mayfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Throwing Jones.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 30 yards. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2-in-1 game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. And what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Mike, check 33. 33. 6-man. Check.
Off play action. Jones. He's got it. It's Escobar. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to pop. Touchdown, Giants! Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.